Welcome back to Christina's Garage, Gearhead in Training. Today I'm going to be learning how to use the safety wire, put on the safety wire on the Wilwood brakes. If you watched my post yesterday, I got the green light. I talked to Miguel from Wilwood to see if I actually set up the front brakes properly before I did the thread locker and torqued everything down for like the final time, which I know that once I actually start getting it driving, I might need to make some adjustments, but I got the go ahead to be able to move on to the next step, which will be the rear brakes. But Miguel said that for my, what do you call it? Application of these brakes, I don't necessarily need to be putting the safety wire on. It's usually for like really long road course or things where he says heat is an issue. He said that for me doing basic daily driving, even doing autocross potentially at some point, I won't really have to worry about it. The nice thing is that once I put the safety wire on, to my understanding, it should prevent from these like undoing themselves. So might as well figure that out. Oh, goodness gracious, kicking things. I'm just so excited. I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, so this is the safety wire diagram that is in the instructions. It says, and I'm trying to figure out where it says figure 4, where it mentions it specifically. Because the biggest thing about my experience with the Wilwood is that the instructions are very detailed, which for someone like myself that doesn't have all the experience, it has been really helpful. The only problem that I was having was the confidence part, and not like, I'm trying to make it like really, really accurate to where I have them on the car. And supposedly it's, excuse me, I'm ready to move on to the next step, which I'm super excited about. I'm trying to find where it says specifically diagram 4 where it references it, because it's for the hat and it should be like first page, because that's where they talk about, yeah, the rotor and the hat. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'll read the whole section for you. It says, orient the rotor and the hat as shown as figure 1. So this is the rotor and the hat, and using the bolts and the washers. And so I did the thread locker for all of these, torqued them all down to 155 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. And then it says, for added measure of security, the bolts may be safety wired using 0.032 inch diameter stainless steel safety wire as shown as diagram 4, which is the one I just showed you. Please refer to Wilwood's data sheet available, and they have a link for complete safety wire installation instructions. Oh, I didn't look that up specifically because I forgot they had that listed, but I did watch some videos on the YouTubes. So I also consume as well as put out content that it looked a little bit complicated, but also not at the same time. It was more just navigating the stuff. So on the instructions here, it says begin by sliding the 0.032 diameter wire through 2 of the holes that are 180 degrees apart. Twist the wire as shown using safety wire pliers. Now slide 1 wire through 2 holes and wrap. So the diagram that they give, so the idea behind it, to my understanding, is that if one bolt starts turning lefty-loosey, it's going to pull this tension, which will pull this bolt tighter. And the same thing with the other side. If this one potentially starts loosening up, it will stop because this one is tightening up. So essentially, the safety wire prevents both of them from unwinding, because if one of them starts going, the other one's going to tighten and vice versa. And there were specific parts that I needed to get for this. I didn't actually do this on purpose to wear the Summit jacket at the same time, but I did go to the Summit website. I actually have I'm an affiliate with Summit, and I believe I will put a link in the caption once this actually posts, because I think there's actually a sale or like discounts and stuff if you use my link until maybe next week. If not, I still have a link. If you go to my link tree, again, I will put it in the bottom of this caption, but in my link tree, I do have my link for Summit. They are really great with, this came in like a day. I would compare it to Amazon. Yeah, Amazon can like show up same day, but some Summit stuff, I'm in Sacramento. They have one of their hubs in Reno. I have before received things same day. This was like a day, maybe just over 24 hours, maybe. So this is the safety wire pliers, and I guess you put the wires in the top and then you close it, like lock it into the side. Oh, and then pull it back, I think? No. Because I think you have to like lock it. Said you put it in it. Oh, okay, there you go. It's got a little bit of oil on it. So this piece here, you slide that, put the wire here, close it. You see this little piece? It locks in here. Then you pull this part here back. If I can try to do it. There we go. I don't know if you saw that, but I pulled this back. Now it's locked in. And then you pull this. Oh, there we go. And you pull this. Oh, it's not going because it has to hold on to the wire. But this whole thing rotates when I pull it back. And you'll be able to see it. And I haven't tried it yet, but you will be able to see it once I actually attach it to the wire. So to release it, push down and then this lifts up. There we go. Excuse me. I'm very burpy today. I apologize. So now that's loose. I have the safety wire, which is 0.032, confirming 0.032. And it just comes in this thing. This actually, Summit sold this as a kit. I was able to buy these just together like that. Oh, it's not that hot out here, but I'm sweating all of a sudden. Is it because I'm nervous? And then I got wire cutters and then needle, what do you call these? Needle nose pliers, because I'm gonna need to navigate this area. It's gonna be hard for you to see them, but it has, each bolt has 4 really small holes on it that are like perpendicular. So it gives you 2 options to put the wire in. And we will be attaching just 2 at a time. It looked like some people would do like 3, but I will tag the guy at the bottom that I watched his video. It was really, really instructive, and I found it really helpful. So he provides a lot more details on it. But I'm gonna choose one and then wrap around to the other. So I guess I'll just start with the one that's furthest away from me, because that kind of makes more sense, rather than doing on the one close to me, because like my righties and lefties would be a little bit different. So if I keep to the edge, it should help. So he did it like, he was able to tell about how far away they are from each other, because you have to have like a little bit of room. I don't have, do I have a little measuring tape? That might be helpful, because he used a measuring tape to get an idea of how far they are from each other. He had a smaller measuring tape. This is like a massive one. Oh, I need to clean out my garage. I have too much stuff. Too much stuff. I want to get rid of this stuff so I can make more room for other stuff. Okay, so these are about 2.5 inches from each other-ish. Right? Yeah, about 2.5 inches apart. But if I do maybe 3, well, it has to go around twice. So if I do 6 inches, because you always cut the end, it looked like. So if I do 6 inches, because I think the guy did, his rotors might be different. So I'm doing it for my 1969 Camaro, and the kit that I have is base number 140-10920. So each setup is going to be different, and this is just what I'm doing on mine. If you're going to do this on yours, make sure that you do your own research to make sure that it's actually correct. So I'm going to do 6-ish inches. Maybe 7, just to be safe. Just to be safe. Ish. Without pinching my own fingers. Like I already had a bad pinky. And with the needle nose pliers, kind of straighten this sucker out a little bit. Okay, no, this is why the diagram's going to be helpful. Okay, so it's fine where the holes are on this one. And I don't know, can you see? I want to get you a nice view of what I'm doing. I don't have the fancy kind of camera that hangs directly over. Let me know if you can see that, if that's good enough. I think I have the settings so that I can actually see the chat. So, and if I'm not looking up immediately, I don't know why, but when the chat will just disappear. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to push it through the hole. And it's not like directly like perfect in how, because you don't know what angle the holes are going to be exactly, but the idea is to have it essentially to help tighten itself. So I guess using critical thinking skills with that if I want it to turn to the right, I would not want to have it angled the opposite direction of where it's going right now. I'd want it this direction. And then it's going to end up coming around this way to the right. So I'm just going to keep pulling it through. And I can see why it would take some people a long time, because Miguel said that doing the safety wire is a pain. And I can understand maybe why, because you have to like thread it through. It's not like you're using cotton or whatever you want to call it, like clothing thread. Are you able to see that? It just takes a little while because you have to thread it through. And the guy got it like halfway, so it was about even. Before. Looks about even, yeah? So come around this way, and then this one, you loop that around this direction. Oh, on my hands. So loop it this way. And this way. Okay. And now, this is the exciting part with the fancy pliers. I'm going to grab it right at the base here. Ow, ow, ow. Try not to pinch myself. And also want to make sure this stays down. That you don't want that like popping up and over. It's not exactly even, but it's close, because it's gonna, oh, is that even gonna, hopefully I made it long enough. I might have had to do it longer. I think I should have done it longer, because the other guy did about 10 inches, so I don't know, should I redo it to make it longer? Because it will need to go back through. Yeah, I might need to do another longer one, because the guy did much longer. I don't want to like get it done and then realize that I messed it up. You know what I be saying? So now to get this back out. Well, oh, why don't I just make it easier on myself? Why don't I just clip it and then pull it out? How about that? Okay. Let's try this again. Let's do 10 inches. That way I know it for sure will be long enough. As it was about 3 inches in between, but I did 6 to 7 inches and it didn't seem long enough, because when you twist it too, it shortens up. So let's do 10 inches. About. And then if I end up clipping some off, that's okay. About 10 inches-ish. It's about here. Clippy clip. Put this right here. Put that right there. All right, let's try this again. How many times can I do this? I'm so excited, though, that I can actually go into this next step of being able to get everything done on the front brakes. I am definitely anxious about the rear end though, because the differential cover is siliconed on. So that is, I'm trying to make sure you get a, this is why I have the camera turned around so I can actually see the screen too. It actually helps. Let's see her. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's raining outside. I'm going to be driving to LA later this week so that I can go pick up a Freedom Race lift. It'll be easier for me. Ow! Stabby, stabby. So it'll be easier for me to actually raise my car up and down. And since my garage is a pull-through garage, it should be a very good tool. Would you call that a tool? Equipment thing? What category does lift fall under? Does it fall under tool? But it's definitely is good to have. I'm excited to try that. And depending on, I mean, I am going to do videos on it to share my experience, and hopefully they will show me how to put it together, and then I can make a video on how, like, I actually do it. Because, like, watching videos are one thing, but I need to physically do it myself in order to truly learn something. That looks about even, yeah. So, again, the one side is going to be, is thinking about to the right, that if it turns, that it will tighten it up. And then, now, I didn't pay attention as to which one goes through the hole, but I guess it doesn't really matter because you're going to be twisting the whole thing. You won't know which side is which. Okay, going to push this, allow this to release. And then grippy grip, about right at the, whoa, at the base here. Or no, was it at the base? No, I didn't, it's not at the base, at the end, at the tip. That makes sense. Because if I did it at the base, I'd only be twisting this part. I want to twist the whole thing. Oh, that's why. Okay, so the guy said you want to go about just past where the bolt is to twist it. And me doing this multiple times, I will eventually get it under. I will be a pro. Same thing with the brakes. I'll become a pro. All right, now, oh, how do I make sure? Because I got it right in the center, but how do I, you have to really squish this thing down, don't you, to get it to, oh, golly. Woo. You guys have really strong hand strength. All right, now, I guess you just pull it. Oh, that's so trippy, isn't it? Oops. You just, oh, but it keeps turning, like, but it wants to unturn itself. Ah! That's so interesting. So you pull this, right? But if you release it, ah, you have to like hold it and keep it from sliding away. When the guy did it, it was hard to see what he did with the other hand. Oh, geez. One more? I don't know how many you're supposed to do. It didn't say, wow. It didn't say how many times to go, but I mean, that looks pretty good. I don't know if, I don't want to hold this up. Can you see it? It looks pretty twisted to me. Now, you put one through the hole. Put one of these through the hole. No, you can't see it when I do it like that. Maybe like that. Through the hole, because one of them has to go through just up. I might have done a little bit too much, maybe. Like, we'll see. I think I might have done too much. Oops. Maybe undo like one. Like that. Put this one through. That looks about aligned. Put it through. Thread it through. Thread it through. And then wrap around. Ah. And turn this sucker this way. Yeah, because the other one has to wrap around. Ouch. So that goes like that, and then this one goes all the way around. Can you see? And then this one wraps. So I put one through that hole, and then I'm going to wrap the other one around it. Up this way. I wonder if I made that tight enough. And it's better than nothing, because once it starts going to the left at any point, it will prevent the other one from going. So it looks pretty fancy, like this little twisty, what do they call it again? Safety wire pliers are pretty neat. It's just interesting trying to handle them. Now I'm going to grab this end, because it said you want to twist this side as well. So let's pull it from back here a little bit. And then have to squish the handle and then lock it. Squish and lock. There we go. Now, well, this, oh geez, it wants to turn on me. Ah, no. 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 It's not what I want. Maybe if I pull it this way and turn it. Yeah. It's so interesting. Have you ever used one of these before? Yeah, I don't think I tightened the other side really good enough, but as Miguel said that, oh, I can loosen, owie, owie. Be careful, this thing has a spring. It's always this pinky too. It's always this pinky. I'm cutting off my own head. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing, but also, like, I'm just like a talking mouth. And then you just cut the tip of this. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Projectile, watch your eye holes. I don't know where that went. I probably should make sure I pick that up off the ground, because if that goes into a tire, the thing was very stabby. I heard it hit the wall, and then it went somewhere. I do not know. I can't see it. It's probably going to take me a little while to find it. Just, if you see me get a flat tire safety wire, not a lot of folks do that anymore. Oh, thank you. Well, I was talking with Miguel with Wilwood, and he mentioned that for my purposes, I don't need it, but it's still something cool that, like my friend Jeff said, that it will help make sure that everything's good. And then for me, it's just helpful to learn, because if I ever need to use it for anything else. My first one, I feel like I could have made it tighter, but it looks pretty clean. I need to find that little stabby piece of metal though, because I really do not want that in the tire. It's gonna bother me. You might have to. Thank you. Well, like, it's crazy how, like, I keep smacking myself. It is not enjoyable for my fingers. I wonder if I try to do it, maybe if I set you further back, maybe that might be helpful. Turn it this way. Oh, I'm trying here. I'm trying. That way I don't cut my head off, but you can also see. Is that better? Can you even see, like, what I'm doing over here? All right, 10 inches. No, I don't know how to measure 10 inches off the top of my head. I'm not. Okay, right here. I'm always mindful of the measuring tape too, because when I have the measuring tape come back, it usually smacks me. I'm a hot mess, you guys. Hot mess. Is that better? I'm gonna keep messing with I just need to stop touching it. All right, now with this one, like, I think I did it okay. It just looks a little loose. Like, I could have done it better. But, like, I don't know, Bobby, you tell me. Did it, like, it looks, it should be more tension than that, huh? But it's better than nothing, right? Should that be okay? I know that the comments are a little bit delayed. Because when you were on with why am I going with Caroline and James, it was definitely delayed. So I need to make sure I give a couple seconds. Now to find the hole again. I'm trying to thread the needle. This is, ow, I really did smack my pinky again. That was not comfortable. Yes. I was wondering if I did the hole wrong. But I'm good to go on the rest of the brakes though. As soon as I'm done with the safety wire on both of these, I will be able to torque and what do you call it? Thread locker everything down, because I don't have Loctite. It's Permatex. I'm not fancy enough. My local stores did not carry the Permatex or the Loctite. Yeah, it will look fine. The whole point is to keep the bolt from coming loose. That will do that. Perfect. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you. It feels so good. Like, this feels so good to actually, because it's been, like, I've literally been working on the front brakes for weeks. And it is really frustrating because I want to be further along, and it really shouldn't have taken that long. At the same time, though, I needed the experience, so I need to be grateful for it and not be so frustrated with myself. Is that about halfway? So I'm not very nice to myself. Yes. I got it about in the middle. Now pulling this one around to the right, and then this one loop-de-loop around the right. And then now to use this fancy wire thingy-ma-do. See if I pull this further, because I want to see if I can make it more taut than I did the last one. Okay, try to attach it now without pinching the finger. Like, I feel like there needs to be, like, because when you pull it, the whole thing turns, but it makes it harder to be able to grab it. I'm assuming this type of tool has been around for some time. Like, it's nice. I like that it twists everything, but it seems a little bit like it could be better in like that you don't have to try to grip multiple things. I feel like I need 3 hands to use it without. All right, so we went just past the bolt. Like right here, maybe? Right there. Try to pinch it and lock it in. And then now, See, this is the part, so like after this, it's great, but I have to like grab onto this thing, and I'm like holding this with my other arm. I feel like there has to be a better way to, that I'm not doing this right. Is there a better way to do it? There has to be a better way. This just doesn't. Okay, I think. Because the whole thing wants the twist on me. And I'm like using my core right now to make sure that my back doesn't get all effed up. Ah! Okay. That looks tighter than the previous one that I did. I wonder if I should do one more little twisty. How does that twisty look? Can you see? Oh, that does not. I'm not going to be holding it up anymore. That doesn't feel good. And I just got a massage today too, to help myself not hurt. And then I'm going and injuring myself again. All right. So because I'm going to go further, because you want it to be like this, like almost like a figure eight, right? Like a half figure eight. So I'm going to take the, because this one's kind of angled that direction. And the guy on the previous video that I saw, because the holes are going this way. Oh, you can't really see. But like the holes, right? There's 4 holes. I'm trying to choose the one that will give it the most. The more you do it, the better you'll get. You will have mastered by the time you finish. That's the goal. I hope so. I think I would be doing it wrong if I don't master it by the end, because I'm like repeating the process so many times to make sure I'm doing it right. If I'm still like not a pro by the end, feel free to harass me, Bobby. Okay, now to get this through the hole here. Because this, only one of them goes through the hole, not both. What are you up to, Bobby? What time is it for you? I don't even know what time it is right now. It was close to 5 o'clock here. So is it like 8 o'clock where you are, Bobby? Who else is all here? Where are you guys hailing from? Bobby, where are you again? North Carolina? South Carolina? Somewhere in the Carolinas? I'm in Northern California, where we don't know how to manage our water. And amongst other things. Hey, you know what? I love California. The weather is so fantastic. And the food is eclectic. I can drive to the snow if I want. I can drive to the ocean if I want, but I don't have to live near the ocean. 822, South Carolina. I was close. I knew it was a Carolina. At least I was hoping it was a Carolina. Because Ashley lives in one of the Carolinas too, doesn't she? She's close to you, isn't she? Yeah, I got it. This is like a sharp angle for this. I'm trying to get all the way through. Close. Always put the wire in the wrong direction and end up having to. Oh no! I have it, the picture right in front of me, and when I'm like looking at it every single time. So I probably would if I didn't look at it every single time. So like. I almost, I don't know if you were here when I did the first one, but I made it really short, and I committed early on to redoing it before I started twisting it, because the last thing, South Carolina as well, 2.5 hours. Oh, that's not that far from each other. Yeah, I committed to taking it off and getting a new one, because I knew it wasn't going to be long enough. Last thing I wanted to do was to get to like this part, and then it'd be too short. Although that would be something that I do, you know, smash my fingers. It's built into my personal brand, so you know what, it works. Like it just, you know, what happens when you're a newbie? You hurt yourself, you make mistakes, you ask lots of questions. So, you know, if you come to this channel thinking you're going to get something else, I think you're in the wrong place. Like in my description for my page, I specifically say, I am not a professional. Like, let's start off there. Alrighty, let's try this again. I feel like this one's loose too, but thank you, Bobby, for the James and Carolina are in South Carolina as well. They're east of me. You guys are all close to each other. What? I mean, I don't want to live in the Carolinas. I don't, but, you know, it will be really cool to get to a point where my car is drivable and I can actually go on a road trip and come visit people, you know, because I want to come visit my friends. Nope, 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 nope. I am core, I'm not sucking in. I learned that there's something different. If you don't get hurt at least once, you're doing something wrong. Dude, like, when I was doing the spindles, I straight up, like, injured the F out of myself. Like, my pinky still peeling, and then and then this is my wonky pinky anyway, so, yeah, no. I wonder if I should be doing this the other direction, like, trying to twist it the other way. Because it feels like it's like popping up because I'm twisting it to the right. Yeah, spring things. Things with springs. I guess I should be wearing safety goggles. Probably would be a good idea. I don't know if maybe I'm just not tightening this thing down enough. I feel like it should tighten down more than what it does. In terms of, like, holding down. Oh, okay. Brace the core. Yeah, I feel like it's untwisting. I feel like I need to be twisting it the other way. Are you able to twist it the other way? Oh, shit. Did it break? The thing popped off the end. Oh, no. I think it broke. Dang it. As I'm screaming in your ear, sorry. I think I broke it. Ow. And I only got 2. God, I totally bonked my forehead. Yeah, that does not look, because that looks straight up broke to me. Oh, and then whatever was on the back of that fell off just now. Dang it. How, because it's like, how did it even attach? I'm so confused. I think I straight up broke it. So, am I going to just need to, like, hand twist the crap out of this thing? Just sit there and... I shouldn't have been complaining about the spring. I just, like, jinxed myself, guys. I just jinxed it, and now it's broken. How do I fix that? Any of you guys know? Well, I don't think it's gonna fall out because it's supposed to be a spring. That sucks. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to buy a new one. Well, I wonder, I mean, it's brand new. I wonder if I contact Summit to be like, hey, it broke. Can you say, oh, now that spring's popping out. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know your strength. I'm so strong. It's all that spinach I've been eating. Yeah, I straight up broke this thing. I wonder, can I do it by hand? Even though this is going to be a real pain. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to finish the brakes today. Yeah, I got so excited. So I guess, because I think maybe I could just do it by hand. I think I can do this by hand. I started twisting it the other way though because it just seemed weird to twist. I think I can do this by hand. That's not bad. I'm almost twisting it better than when I had it attached to the thing. Yeah? Sorry, I keep yelling in the mic. Hopefully I'm not, like, killing your ears here. I think I can do this. Don't need the spring. Who needs a spring? I might need to let them know, though, that, like, it did not seem Like there was like, this is flat. How is that attached to any, do you see that? How is that like actually properly attached to anything in there? I can hear it. You can twist it by hand. Yeah, well, it almost seemed like it took me about the same amount of time with how much trouble I was having with the fancy twisting action. I mean, the fancy... Oh, God. Let's try this again. This is... Do you see I'm like shaking? Oh, jeez. Never a dull moment, right? Ow, golly. How do I even... Maybe I should just do it when it's further away and then turn it. You can do it by hand. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna doing it by hand because I don't want to wait to get a new one. Oh. Projectiles. Be mindful of projectiles. Get the wires as far back to the jaws as possible. So you mean like, because it's got this whole gap part. So you mean like as far back like this way, you mean? Okay, let's fold this back over. All right, I got the second one on the cutters. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, in terms of fulcrum and all that stuff, I just had to figure out how to get it lower because right here, it's kind of hard to get the teeth or the cutters down low enough. All right, got this. I'm not going to lift this thing up again. It does not feel good, but like you can kind of sort of see it, right? All right, third one. Let's go. Let's go. This really doesn't feel good on my back. It does not. I don't know how you mechanics do it. I think that all people should do some work on their own cars so that they can appreciate the mechanics in their lives. Because even doing like these like little things and doing work on my daily driver, my husband's daily driver, I appreciate you a lot more. And I think people that are weird about all that stuff just don't understand. That's it. I don't think, I think if they did it themselves, like, you know, women that get all up in arms about, you've never had a baby, which I've never had a baby. But of course, they don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's like. I've never had a baby. So how do you expect me to know? So that's why I find it funny when they hook the guys up to the TENS machines to try to mimic as much as possible, like period cramps. You guys aren't as good with pain as ladies are. I think just because we're wired biologically to handle pain a little bit better. But like with other things, you guys can handle things a lot bit. Like, you know, we're just wired different. This is why we make a good team. Men and women balance each other out, I believe, for the most part. My husband and I are like total opposites, which is funny because like in terms of car stuff, he's not mechanical at all. Not that he couldn't figure things out if he wanted to. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't have any interest, which is fine. He wants to do his finance stuff, market, all the money stuff. That's fine. As long as I can still do my car stuff, just not his thing. Yeah, it's just not his thing. We have the things that we like, and it's nice that we're different. Because I like being in the garage by myself, even though like sometimes it does get a little bit lonely, but I like that. Yes, it takes a lot longer, but because my brain processes things a lot slower, I just really enjoy the learning process. So if someone was here, like, you know, I learned, Bobby, for example, helped me put together the rear end for the 66 Ford Fairlane that we did for the road to SEMA. And that it went so much quicker, and I definitely learned a lot. But because I only did it once, I didn't take it apart, put it back together. I didn't do the whole process like I did for, you know, what I'm doing with my car. The information didn't stick as well, if that makes sense. So there's the pros and cons or silver linings to all the things that I really enjoy. The fact that I can that I'm able to learn all the things. It just takes a lot longer. So if I had my husband that knew everything, and I don't feel like I'd be getting as much hands-on experience because he'd be doing a lot of this stuff. And his best friend, Jeff, is perfect because it's my husband's best friend. So he'll come over and he'll hang out with my husband, and then he'll come to help me. Yeah, that first one I did not make as tight. I feel like doing this by hand almost just feels easier than using the fancy setting, but like still using the same tool. Yeah, I think that looks a lot prettier. As I'm yelling in your ear again, I gotta talk quiet. We do ASMR. Now I gotta find the hole and put this through. And if I can at least get the front two done. I have the rear rotors and hat already put together. I need to get this done so I can put the actual brakes on the front all the way on, and then I can move on to the differential. Bobby, were you here when I said and what was your name? The other I'm assuming a gentleman that was commenting, because you commented on some of my other posts earlier today. I really appreciate that. It pops up so quickly. If I can actually call you by your name or something rather than like a long ass handle. But if you were here earlier, that I'm good to go. Alan, thank you, Alan. I appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, so if you weren't here, oh, Alan, I think you saw what I was saying about the brakes and stuff, but I talked to Miguel with Wilwood, and he said I should be good to just torque everything down. I just need to get, I don't need to do this, but I'm doing it just to learn and just in case. Miguel said I don't actually need this because I'm not going to be racing it or doing anything like super severe, something that would require high temperature or would be really high temperature, because I'm not going to be doing that. He said it's not going to be as big of a deal for me, but I still want to do it just so I can learn. I think this should be okay. I didn't twist it all the way to the edge. It's kind of turned a little bit, so. But yeah, so I just need to get both of these done. Unless, like, I'm on a roll, so maybe, I don't know if you want to hang out on live with me for that long. I would do what you're doing for the same reason, peace of mind and knowledge. Yeah, because, like, if I know it's not going to back out, then I'm not going to be like, oh, is it backing out? Do I need to go check it? You know? So it's, like, all of the above. And then, you know, everything's going to be thread lockered down, and it's just going to be something less for me to have anxiety over. I already got enough anxiety as it is. I don't need more. I probably shouldn't be using my nail. I'm going to rip my nail trying to push that down. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm making this much better than using the hammer jet thing that I was like smacking myself with. Okay, let's try getting this lower, like what you mentioned, Bobby. Okay, well, at least bounce back this time. That shit is sharp. Now I'm gonna push this down here. Okay, now on to the next one. Like, it's not, could it be tighter? Yeah. But I mean, it is torqued down, so if it is turned, it doesn't look as good as the picture. It's not as, like, and it is kind of like twisty turny. It does look pretty though. Okay, let's do 10 more inches. I'm an adult. I swear I'm an adult. Nope. There we go. Yeah, doing one. You said your car. Yeah, so when I'm trying to figure out how to explain it because I'm still new, so trying to figure out how to verbalize my thoughts. It's a 69 Camaro, and I believe it is an SS. That year, they did not. In the VIN and the cowl plate, they did not include the packages. So you did not know whether it was an SS, RSSS, or Z28. It did tell you if it was a V8 or not, but it did not tell you the additional information on those packages. And I did not know what it looked like when my dad bought it. It was the unibody on jack stands when he showed it to me on my 30th birthday after he had taken the whole thing apart, and we did not have the original build sheet to my understanding. I did not know who it came from. I did not know what it looked like when my dad bought it. I do know that there are a bunch of holes in the sides, and I have some of the, what do you call it, the stuff that goes on the side that says SS on it. And a few years ago, I met a gentleman who has an original Z28, and he's like a big fan of Z28, so he's done a lot of research on them. And I have a video on, like a short reel, or a short, yeah, on YouTube it's called a short. So I have a short here on YouTube that shows, it's a metal plate on the frame, because it's a unibody, but on the metal piece right above the driver's rear wheel well, there's a metal plate there that I was told that was required to have on the Z28 and SS models for the exhaust that was included in that package. And that, you know, when people will try to make their car look like an SS, if it's not, they can put the emblems on it. They can put the stuff inside of like the mats. You can do things to make it look like an SS. You can do things to make it look like a Z28. But that metal plate on the back, I doubt anybody would actually like weld that on there. Like it looked like it had been there for a very long time. So my husband probably is home from work. That it was probably, and I asked the guy, well, how do I know it's not a Z28? And he told me that if it was a Z28, you would know it was a Z28. Like people wouldn't like change it to an SS or write that it's an SS if it was actually a Z28. So that made a lot of sense. So I believe mine was originally an SS. I am going to be making an engine that is a 383 stroker. I need to actually get to that part, but I need to, right now I'm hyper-focused on getting these brakes on, then I need to do the installation for the vintage air, and then I need to do some follow-up emails because my original plan for who was going to help me with the engine, that kind of fell through. So I need to look into those other options. But I also don't want to give myself too many things to do because I'm not going to get anything done. Because I need to, like, Vintage Air is a sponsor, and then American Auto Wire is making my wires now. So it should be arriving in the next week or two, maybe a few weeks. And I want to make sure that I, you know, keep those promises for those sponsorships as well. You know, integrity-wise, I don't want to move on to something else when I've made promises. And it's already, like, it's honestly stressed me out that these brakes have been taking me so long because I've had the Vintage Air for some time now and I need to install them, but I want to finish the one project at a time. And I started doing the brakes before Vintage Air even sent me the stuff, and I thought that I would be done sooner. So I was like, yeah, totally, send me the SureFit kit for the air conditioning, because I was ready for it. But I need to call Rick Love, because Rick Love is really amazing, and I need to, you know, just call him up or email him and be like, hey, this is, you know, I am going to do it. It's not that I'm putting it off. I've been in the garage literally every day. I just, in terms of integrity, like, I feel really bad that it's like, hey, if I say I'm going to do something, I want to do it. And it's just, I'm taking a lot longer to do it. And that's, I think, part of my stress with getting these brakes done is that, you know, if that makes sense. Integrity is important to me. I'm having a hard time because these, they're angled, like really angled in here. And trying to wrap this wire to get it as tight as possible as it's like trying to get it lined into the hole is a little bit difficult. Trying to get it as snug as a bug in a rug as possible. I wonder if that should be okay, because I didn't get it. It's not as tight as I want it tighter, but it is a little bit, it's like way off in the angle. But trying to make sure I catch comments. Hey Bobby, do you know how to make the comments like actually stay up on the screen so I don't like miss it? If you guys didn't know, Bobby Frizzell has his own. Is that how you pronounce your last name, Bobby? He has his own YouTube. He has Facebook and stuff like that. He does really awesome automotive content. So if you're not following him, you definitely should. Really cool dude. Very helpful. And very patient with people like me. He showed me how to put together a quick performance we ran for the 66 Ford Fairlane I was mentioning earlier. But do you do lives, Bobby? Hey, Alan, did you say where you were from? Because I know Bobby said South Carolina, and Ashley, she's not here right now, but Ashley's from South Carolina. Did you say, Alan, and I just didn't miss it, or that I missed it? And I talked to a woman the other day that's from Australia. That's pretty dang cool. The fact that we can connect, being so far from each other in the world, but like we can essentially be in the same room. But like, oh, you're like right around the corner from me. That's cool. Yeah, I'm in Sacramento. That's sick. Oh, golly. Yeah, I used to work in San Francisco, and I lived in the Bay Area. I've lived in Moraga. I lived in Richmond. I lived in Santa Rosa, San Jose, Daly City. Yeah, we're definitely right around the corner from each other. So if we ever we should meet up at an event or something, that'd be cool. If you do you have any of your cars up and running? Because if I go to an event, like if we go to Good Guys, for example, or Hot August Nights, if we both end up at the same event, I like interviewing people about their vehicles, have them share their stories and stuff like that. So if it's especially if you're a follower, I think that would be even cooler to share your story, you know, or subscriber, or whatever you want to call it. I'm having a really hard time with this one because I don't know if you can see the angle. It's just like a sharp angle. So trying to get it. Oh, I think I might have gotten it there. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. For sure. My CUDA. I can read, I swear. I went to school. A CUDA is a barracuda, I'm assuming. Yeah, this is me. This is raw and authentic. This is the cuckoo barracuda. Cuba. Oh man. What is life? Life is too short to take it too seriously. Okay, that's loose. Now I'm gonna grab it. So I liked using this by hand versus using that twisty thing anyway. But the twisty thing it felt kind of dangerous, honestly. I feel like I was gonna snap myself in the face. But look how much faster this goes just by twisting it. Oh, that's not going to help. It looked like it lost the one side. Let me grab both sides again. Okay, lefty-loosey. Alrighty. Now, to get it low on the thing. I feel like I should do it like this. That way it doesn't like ricochet. It's gonna bother me that I haven't found that other piece yet. Let's do this without snapping the good one. Like, watch me accidentally get both of them. Put the little... There we go. See? I can... Oh, my gosh. Do you see that? It projectiled and poked through the little rag. So don't look straight at it. You might lose an eye. Is that what they say about all these things, though? Because, like, that's why they want you to wear safety goggles. What do you think about the meta glasses for this kind of thing? Because people are saying to get them because that should supposedly help with viewing. Hi, babe. I'm on live. My husband's home from work. You can close the door if you want. I was leaving it open because the dogs, and it wasn't like hot or anything. Or my husband's closing me out. Fine, I love you too. I think Jeff should be coming over. Safety third. I didn't see the first two comments. What are the... Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to make the comments stay so that if I don't see them right away. I know that with a laptop, I wear prescription glasses, so I don't use safety glasses. Probably should. Well, don't they make prescription glasses that are made to also be safety glasses? Don't they have those? I am assuming they're probably more expensive, though. I would think. But the Meta glasses, I've heard that because they've combined with Oakley or whatever, I wonder if they make as a pair of safety glasses, because I don't wear, like I have, owie. I wear sunglasses, kind of, sort of, but I use glasses like regular prescription glasses to drive because I'm nearsighted, so, yeah. Let's see here. This is definitely an art. I'm almost done, though, with this one. I only have one more after this, and then I don't think I'm going to do the rears today. Maybe I'll do that one a different day, because I want to get done with the front. Mine are impact-resistant lenses. Oh, you fancy. Were those expensive, Alan? Okay, so maybe a little bit more on the back end. Maybe a little bit more on this side. Come on. Oh, yeah. Yes. Hey, but it's better that they're safety. Like, the last thing you need is to be like, oh, yeah, these are great, I can see. And then all of a sudden you can't see because there's a metal wire that went through your eyeball. I mean, me closing my eyes really isn't going to save me much. Like that. I really should have safety goggles. But when I have safety goggles, they're hard to see through. I need to stand for a second. My back's really pissed off. What'd you say? I ride a motorcycle too, so I like to... Yeah, that would make sense. Because there's definitely a lot more that can bounce off the road and hit you in the face. Because you have a helmet too, right? So I'm going to just step back here. I didn't realize I've been sitting for like a whole hour. And my back is screaming. I mean, this seat isn't that bad. Oh, I wonder, because I have a fancy back pad in the house. Maybe next time. That way I'm not running back in the house. Maybe next time I'll bring that out here with me when I do the rears. Oh, I'm so behind on my steps today, too. That's okay. Eventually, I will get all the things done that I plan to do today. I am determined. Just might take me a little bit longer. Yep, my glasses successfully stopped a rock that a car kicked up and didn't break. That's a win. That your eye, it must have spooked you. Okay, so this one was like way over. No, never mind, because it's 90 degrees. They're 90 degrees from each other. So I should be able to do it like right back here, maybe. kind of. Got to run. Bye, Bobby. I didn't see the last part. I saw I got to run and then it disappeared. But I appreciate you being here. See you later. Get some rest. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Where's everybody else visiting from? Alan's in Vallejo. So we have 2 Northern Californians. Someone told me the other day that we're not technically Northern California because Northern California is like north and we're more like Central California. I'm like, we all consider ourselves Northern California. So, if you want to get that technical. Are you, Alan, are you born and raised up in this area too? I'm from the Bay Area originally. I'm not from Sacramento. I just moved out here. My husband and I, we didn't have to sell both of our kidneys to buy a house in the Bay Area, But my husband's from Sacramento and his parents are out here, and it worked out better for us to be out here. But I do really like the Bay Area, although all the traffic's gotten worse. The homelessness out here isn't like the best either, but like it's still, yeah. I think I might actually need to undo one of those. It's a little bit, I twisted it like 1 or 2 extra too far past the little hole where the wire goes through. So let's back it up 1, maybe 2. Denver. What brought you over here then? Usually people don't move here from that direction. People will usually move out there. At least nowadays. I feel like less people are happy being here now. So people move away. They don't usually come here. Did you move from Denver a long time ago, or is that a new thing? My brother, I have technically 4 brothers. The oldest. So I'm the oldest, and then my sister, and then 3 brothers, and then I have 2 younger twins. My mom moved out here when I was young. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, nowadays, less people move out here and more people are leaving. 1991. Nice. Yeah, so you are an established Californian now. Yeah, my brother works in Boulder, Colorado he went to law school, and right out of law school, he got a job with the city of Boulder for prosecutor's office or something. He has to deal with a lot of college kids that drink and drive and stuff like that. But I think that's pretty badass, like right out of law school to actually get on with the city. Like that, to me, that's a pretty accomplished. I'm proud of him. I haven't seen him in a little bit. I saw him Christmas time. They all kind of came out, but my stepmother has cats now, and she's nervous about bringing my dogs around the cats, so we weren't able to go visit because they're in Santa Rosa, so they're about 2 hours from us, and she didn't want me to bring the dogs over. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I won't see you guys on Christmas. So we saw for an hour for lunch the day after Christmas. I mean, it's better than nothing, but I miss my family. That's because my parents were divorced, and that's my stepmother's my dad's second wife. And then my brothers are my half brothers, but I never really see them as half brothers. I've always known them as my brothers. I haven't seen them anything other than being like my family. Although I didn't grow up with them full time, like I'd see them on like holidays and stuff like that. I didn't see them on a regular basis. The second youngest sibling, my sister, is 2.5 years younger than me. She's the only one that I actually like spent time with, and we can't stand each other. Like I love her, and we can be with each other for short periods of time, but I hate to ask this, but how do you made it that? No, don't go away. No, dang it! I don't know how to make it. This is so frustrating. It says, I hate to ask this now that you have made it this far, but it looks like the wire is wrapped around the bolt in the... No, it is correct. It just looks like it's the wrong way because it's backwards. I think because I think it might be mirrored. When you look at this, the summit read summit. I think it might be backwards because of how the camera is turned. I appreciate you saying something though, because that would have been really horrible. And I appreciate it because I looked. But yeah, I think it's mirrored because I have it, my phone, so it's on the selfie camera, so it can actually see you. If I had it on the other camera, it should actually look like the proper way. But I can't see comments or anything if I have it twisted around. Good looking out. I appreciate you, Alan. Watch me be like, oh yeah, and then the whole thing's done. Oh God, that would be horrible. I feel like I've done something. Thank you. Yeah, but because this reads backwards, right? The summit is mirrored, correct, on your end? Because when I'm looking, it looks backwards. Oh, I don't know if you were on earlier when I said it, but I am a Summit affiliate. So if you ever wanted to order some Summit, I think. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm like, oh no. Yeah, oh, that would be so frustrating if I did all of this backwards. Yeah, that would have been lovely. Yeah, so I have a Summit affiliate link, and I think, I have to look right now. I think that there's a code I can give, because I think they're doing like a deal for like a special discount for affiliates. I need to check, but I do have a link. So if you're looking to buy any tools, or not tools, just anything off Summit, let me know. Shoot me a message. YouTube doesn't have DMs. I think it has, like, as Instagram does. Alan, do you have Instagram? If you have Instagram, you can DM me there. It's just hard with, dang it. I didn't pull that tight enough. I need to pull that tighter. Nope, now it's getting all messed up. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm just going to leave it alone. It looks decent enough. Yeah, because, I mean, I didn't get any of these, like, some of them I got pretty tight. Some of them are, oh, I missed that one. That disappeared. I missed it, sorry. Here, I'll look. I'll try not to look down for too long. Isn't that annoying, though? Like, why does I tried to make it so the comments stay, but it didn't want to. I'm, like, trying to make sure I don't miss it. Because I know that the chat, it's delayed. So, by the time you see me, that I'm going to put this over the top so I don't get myself. You don't have. That's okay. But if you wanted, you can always email me, or, you know, actually, I'll put it in the, if you want my, like, I'm not going to just try to be like, oh, use my Summit thing. But if you end up wanting to use the Summit thing, just tag me in the comments or whatever, and I can drop the thing there. That will be easiest, I think. That way I make sure I get it to you. Because I think this week there's like a special deal. I'll have to check. Like, I think you get like $20 off or something. I don't know. I have to look. I just, like, with affiliate links, I don't have a big enough following yet that I actually, like, have anybody using them. So, like, I just don't even say anything because, like, why? I can be like, use my, you're welcome, of course. You know, if we can find something mutually beneficial for each other, you know, because I'm not a salesy person. I've never been. Like, I'm a retired first responder. We don't ask for, like, yeah, we ask for billing information, but, like, kind of haphazardly, you know. Like, we're not like, oh, I'm not going to take care of you until you pay me, you know? Like, that's just, so I've always been a giver in that regard, which at a fault sometimes. So, you know, anytime that if you want something that's mutually beneficial, like the Summit thing, I think we could help each other out, kind of thing, you know? You know. I'm on the last one. I'm so excited. Okay. Yeah, you can tell the difference between the first one that I made. It's definitely not as, like, good looking, but it's better than nothing. Better than nothing, you know? Yeah, so after this one, I'll stop the live so that I don't have to, because I've already kept you on here for over an hour. So I'll finish this, and then I might get up and maybe do some steps. Maybe I'll finish doing this tomorrow. Do you already have the other one? Yeah, I have the rotor and the hat already torqued down and everything. I just haven't finished the safety wire stuff on it. I haven't done that yet. I want to, and that was the plan, but, you know, it's taking me an hour. I feel like I'm going faster now. Does it feel like I'm moving a little bit faster? But I want to get the other one done. I just don't want to, you know, bore you as I'm like here on the live for like 2 hours talking to myself. I mean, now you're here. Before, when I first started the live, there was nobody. So, I mean, I say stuff and talk to the camera because I don't know who's going to rewatch it when it actually posts. But, yeah, I'm a professional at talking to myself because most of the time, I mean, eventually the goal will be so that when I'm here that there will be like hundreds of people would be neat. But you know what? Like, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It's just goals, right? Like, it's good to have goals. It's like years ago, you definitely have gotten fast. Yes! Win! I'm like, is it just me? Oh, I feel like a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's see about there. Yeah, it's so much faster without that dang. I don't know what it seems like, that little springy thing. I don't know what to call it. I feel like I've seen something like it before, but I can't recall. I'm trying to lay this flatter on the side. There we go. Now try to get it through the hole. See if I can, like, maybe if I 90 degree it, because I was trying to do it like half rounded. So maybe if I turn it like immediately, maybe that might help to get it like in there more like direct, maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Miguel was like, if I can avoid doing safety wire, I will. He said it's difficult. I mean, I can see why it takes time. But I mean, in terms of me spending like weeks on the brakes, this isn't taking that long. Like, I was putting on the brakes, taking them off, putting them on, moving shims, moving things around because I couldn't figure out how to make it line up properly because it just wasn't like, and it wasn't because the kit was bad or that the instructions were bad. It's just I didn't have the experience to know, like, okay, when I put this on, will I need this many shims in this place and this many shims in that place? Like, taking these off did not take me very much time because, oh yeah, yes, that one came up right up against it. I'm so happy. I'm becoming a pro for show. I'm definitely, once I get the brakes done on the front, and I'm gonna straight up do a reel where I'm doing a happy dance. I don't know what to do for the caption though, because I think like on the front, like it says like POV, right? Like when you finish a job that's taking you months or weeks. I don't know. I feel something that's relatable because I know that that's something definitely people, you know, car people relate to. Like when you actually finish. Because it's not like, would you consider it a project? Like, are the brakes considered a project? Or would that be more, like, is the car itself a project? Like POV, when you actually finish a project? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to say that because I think it's worth a dance once I get it done. Release that stress. Because holy moly. Alan, I know you've only been around for a couple seconds on my page, but like, dude, it's been so frustrating. I have a bunch of lives. I have members only group thing that I go live a lot more often on that. And I've been going live more often for the public recently because I did miss doing a full length video this last week. So this is my way of making up for that, but usually I go live only for members, and in the archive for members only, like I did a handful of videos of me trying to work on these brakes. So, and it's gonna be the same thing when I do the vintage air stuff as well. I'm going to try to do some more full-length videos for Vintage Air since they are actually a part sponsor. I want to do some like nice videos. But I'm sure there's going to be things in between where, you know, I like, for example, this has been 80 minutes. If I actually did this video and edited it to make an actual video, I wouldn't include all of the conversations and stuff in between. You know what I mean? Like, I like lives because of the engagement. And also, I don't need to go back and edit, but like, I like actually hanging out with people. So, I mean, this is deserving of some dancing. So, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Let's see. Okay, let's get closer so you can see. As I'm banging everything, I do apologize. Look how pretty. It is mirrored. It is mirrored. I did put them on correctly. I'm like triple checking because it goes over to the right, over to the right. Yes. Success. Thank you so much. I guess this is the point when I ask, should I stay on to do the other side? I feel like it will take less time because I got 2 done in what, like, was that 10 minutes? Should I stay on to do the last one? Do you want to hang out with me a little bit longer? Let me know. I'll get started. If you guys need to go, then by all means. But I like hanging out, and plus your accountability to make sure I'm actually getting this shit done. And I'm on a roll. So, like, I'm on a roll, man. I'm on a roll. I mean, I guess already making the decision. I'm staying. Yes. Hey, hang out. Cool. What are you up to right now? Are you working on anything? Winding down after work? Okey-doke. Yeah. I feel so accomplished. I am improving. That is a win. Okay, so this one's like a little bit off kilter, but like, I think it'd be safer, but that's like a huge angle to go all the way over. I'm working on my 78 Power Wagon. Oh, cool. So we're wrenching together. Sweet. I'm all making you stop to type out answers. You don't have to feel so bad for me that you stop like every 5 seconds to talk with me. I don't know. This is pretty far angled to go all the way around. I think I should be okay, like, because the other one's like relatively in the center, kind of, sort of. I mean, it's not like super far over. I think. No, I'm going to go with what feels safer. I guess I just go with my gut. Go with your gut. The Power Wagon. The Great Race this last year. I have a computer on my bench in my garage. Oh, there you go. That does make it easier. Computer typing is much faster than text typing. The Great Race. They had a Power Wagon. I don't remember what year, but they were students that were racing it. I have a whole playlist on here that is available for the public that I raced with Riley's Rebuilds for the Great Race, and there were teams of kids in school that were racing a Power Wagon. It was legit. I don't know what year it was. I can't remember, but it was definitely legit. It was cool. Yeah, it is a little tilted over, but it's all good. And the Power Wagon is, it has the what do you call it? It's a tow truck, right? Honestly, I don't remember the year that the kids had it. It was really cool, though. It was blue. It definitely it had a vintage look to it. I am partial to the classic vintage cars. Like the new cars, that's cool. I mean, but like when I walk up and I see like I don't even know how much they're worth, but you know, like those $3 million or what, I don't even know how much they're worth, but the Lamborghinis and all this stuff, like I don't get excited. I don't feel like just to pick up. So theirs was a tow truck. So what's the difference like with the Power Wagon? like whether it's a tow truck or just a pickup. But it looked really sick. I like trucks. I don't know if my husband will ever let me get another vehicle though. Like I already have 2 vehicles, and then I have my brother's Mustang in the driveway that I need to work on too. I'm just slowly making progress. Where's the hole? I can't see it. They're so tiny, trying to line it up. Super teeny tiny. Let's try to get the angle like right here. So what are you doing on your Power Wagon right now? I know you mentioned you want to do vintage air, but I'm assuming you're not working on that now since you don't have it yet. Is it drivable? Because you said your Cuba, your Cuda is drivable right now. That's cool. How many cars do you have? I haven't made it. I haven't graduated to many cars yet. Eventually. I want to get big enough on YouTube that I can like do rebuilding the carb at the moment. Cool. What kind of carburetor? Because I have a Holley, but mine's not a carburetor. It's a fuel injection, the Sniper. But I want to take, Holley actually offers a carburetor class. They also have the Holley class, the EFI classes as well, which I took the EFI class, but they do offer a carb class, which is cool. Because I've only really seen Edelbrock and Holley carburetors. I haven't seen, because there's other brands, aren't there? Like those are the only ones that I know of are those 2, but I'm sure that there are many others. Yeah, the Edelbrock Holley, nice. Yeah, I've heard both the Holley and the Edelbrock are really good carburetors. And that when I took the Holley EFI class, because they offer it in Bowling Green. So if you ever wanted to take their carburetor class, they offer it to the public. You just have to pay to take it. But it's just cool learning about how they can be tuned, and that the EFI, the Holley Sniper at the very least, any of them, they said if a carburetor is properly tuned, it should run at the same as one of the fancy EFIs. Like the EFI just has more control over things, but a properly tuned carburetor will run just as good. It's just like all the extra things that you can do with the EFI, like transmission control with the Dominator, Terminator, and all that stuff. Oh shit. I accidentally got the bottom one stuck in there, but I don't think I actually got close enough to cutting it. I was like, why does it feel so difficult to... Yeah, I crimped it kind of, sort of, but I didn't. That would have been a pain in the butt. So let me make sure I have a hold of the proper, not grabbing the bottom. Yeah. Where did I? Oh, there, I put them over here. That would have been lovely as I cut that. No, I didn't. It was very close though. Answer the question. It was 73 Cuba, 68 Charger, and a 78 Dodge Power Wagon Plus. That's awesome. Oh, now the comments are popping up. Sweet. Now I can actually see them. I wonder if I not touch it, if I'll be able to. I want them just to stay there. Can the comments just stay? I don't know what I did, but the comments are now visible, so they don't oh, nope, they just disappeared. But if I... Nope. I don't know what I did, but I'm trying to get better at this whole technology thing. I should be better. I'm at the generation where we actually started learning on computers. I remember when you had to choose between learning on a Mac versus, well, it was called an Apple at the time. Did they call it? I can't even remember now. Because I think they called it Mac at the time. It was either Mac or Microsoft. You got to choose whichever one you'd learn in school. And I remember playing, what was that game called? Prairie, what was it? why am I going blank on it? Where you were like a pilgrim or whatever. I can't remember the name of it now. But you had to play that. I sucked. My problem solving skills, my critical thinking skills, like now that it's like, oh, I thought I knew everything. Oregon Trail. Yes. You know, Alan, you know. You know if you know. Like, dude, my critical thinking skills were like definitely delayed with learning. Like I stayed back I got held back in first grade because I took first grade twice because I was struggling so much. And like now that I look back, you know, as a kid and a teenager and all that, like we always think we're hot shit and that we know everything. And I'm like, dude, like I really didn't know anything. Like now as an adult, when I try to learn things, it makes so much more sense than when I was younger because I couldn't comprehend what was actually happening when I was younger. So now, I mean, we can go on a soapbox of how they're letting children make life-altering decisions when it's like, dude, like I didn't know what I was doing at that age. I thought I did. I definitely thought I did. And I don't know anybody at that age that didn't think that we knew everything and that, you know, we fought with our parents and we're going out and doing things that, like, when you look back at it, you're like, wow, I was really dumb. I should not have done that, you know? And then now parents are like, oh, yeah, our kids know everything. I'm like, dude, do you not remember being a kid? Like, I was so wrong on so many levels. This is why I had a dad. So, right? Like, this is why I had a dad that was like, no, you know, why parents set boundaries. Alan, are you a parent? I like to say I have 3 children because I have a husband and 2 dogs. They're German Shepherds. Well, Moose is a part German Shepherd. He's a Husky German Shepherd mix, but like still, it just, I don't have kids, but I can relate from being a kid at one point and then realizing, well, you know, I didn't know everything. And the fact that, you know, I was able to get to an adult and go, okay, well, I didn't completely ruin my life from making those choices. You know, do I have some regrets? To a certain extent. I wouldn't be who I am today, though, if I didn't make those mistakes. I'd be a different person. At the same time, though, I didn't make decisions that, like, were, like, I'm glad I didn't get pregnant, you know? Because, like, I mean, there's a certain way I can put that. Because I know some people have kids when they're younger, and not saying that having kids is a bad thing. Because, you know, bringing a life in the world, like, no kids. Yeah, like, does it sound bad the way I'm saying it? Like, I'm just glad that I didn't make any decisions that, like, I went like, oh, you know, I don't know exactly how to describe that, you know, but, you know, some people make decisions like committing crimes or doing other things that they can't take those back, and it ruins their life. And it's just interesting how nowadays, it just seems like not everybody. I have some friends that are pretty kick-ass parents that legitimately set boundaries for their kids, and not only set boundaries, they lead by example. Like I have some friends that have really changed their lives for the better, and they've inspired me as being parents that they didn't let parenthood like stop them from living life. And by that I mean, like, I've only seen, like, growing up that, like, being a parent is taken away from their lives in terms of, like, things that they wanted to do or whatever, that they're only parents. They didn't have anything. I mean, not saying that being a parent isn't, like, a big thing. Owie! But that they didn't do anything, like, for themselves. Does that make sense? But now I see a lot different with my friends, that not only are they pursuing their individual dreams still, they're also really wonderful parents, and they're showing their kids, because that's one thing that, like, I wish I saw more of. Like, my dad and my mom definitely were both really hard workers, and I got a lot of my work ethic from watching both of them growing up. My dad was much better at all that stuff. My mom, not good with money and all the other things, but, like, I think that kids need to see what's possible, and their parents show them what's possible. If as a parent, you don't actually, like, you put all of your dreams on the back burner and don't actually do anything with what you said you wanted to do, or that you give up everything, that like that shows me as a kid that it's like, oh, if I become a parent, I won't be able to live my life to the fullest in terms of like individual goals and aspirations, if that makes sense. So it's really cool to see that a lot of my friends, not a lot of my friends, but I do have friends that are parents that have really shown me that that's not the case. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that you know, like that they have become great examples of pursuing their dreams and like really showing their kids what's possible by leading by example, which is just, it blows my mind, and it's really cool. It's really inspiring. And I've told my friends this specifically, that it's like, dude, like you have inspired me and showed me that parenthood is, like, you don't lose your life in that regard. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, Alan, since you're not a parent either, I don't know, you know, no judgment, no, you don't have to explain why you haven't had kids. But for me, there are multiple reasons why I don't want kids, but one of them is like, I have so many things that I want to do, like in my own life, that I know that if I wanted to have kids, that I would be putting some of that stuff on the back burner. But I mean, some of my friends are showing me that you don't have to put stuff on the back burner. So I mean, maybe that would be something different. But also, like, I have struggles with my body and stuff like that in terms of like hating myself. So I don't know if I'd want to have kids because I don't want to hate my body and then blame the kid, because I've seen some people that do that. Like, my mom had postpartum depression. My stepmother had postpartum depression. I already have depression anyway. I really wouldn't want that either. But, you know, they're like all these different things that can sound like excuses, but I just want to be a cool aunt. I think that's what I want. I just want to be a cool aunt. Okay, making sure I don't cut the bottom one like I almost did last time. Let's see, how am I doing on time? Like, it seems like 10 minutes per thing. I feel like that one took me a little bit longer, but I've never been someone who wanted kids. I like being the cool uncle too, right? Like, I do have some cool uncles, and then my husband has a couple cool aunts and uncles, and I have some friends that are cool aunts and uncles. I'm like, I want to be that, you know, I want to be the one that we can go have fun, they can come visit, and like, you know, not, I don't want to be the one that just loads them up with sugar and then sends them back home. Because I'm the oldest of 7, technically, and the youngest is 14. So my mom had the twins at 50. So, I mean, there's that whole thing there. But my sister, 2.5 younger than me, I'm 36, I think. I identify as 25, which is like 11 years younger. It sounds so much worse now. It sounded really funny for a while, but now I'm like, you know, I can identify as a cat now, you know, like, why can't I say I identify as 25? Although we're watching Casino Royale last night, because we're trying to catch up on all of them. We rewatched, my husband and I rewatched the first movie, and then, or the last movie, and then we're like, oh, you know what? I don't remember what happened. Let's rewatch it from the beginning. And then I was like, what year did the Casino Royale come out? Because Daniel Craig, right? That's his name. Like, he's great. And I was like, you know, he looks like fantastic shape. And, you know, like, how old was he? And I guess he was in his late 30s when he did Casino Royale. And then the last one, he was in his 50s, I think. Because I think he's like late 50s now. So I think he was like early 50s when he did the last 007. I'm like, bro, like, this is what happens when you take good care of your body. Like, hell yeah, dude. You know, like, and who knows if he did any kind of surgeries or whatever, because people in Hollywood, you never know. But, like, in general, he looks great. And I've seen, like, real people, not just celebrities, that have taken really good care of themselves. And they look fantastic, and their energy levels are good. And, you know, it just, it's inspiring. Because again, back to when I was a kid, I did not grow up seeing that. I saw a lot of overweight people. You didn't see older people. Like, you saw bodybuilders, so, like, to the extreme where they were doing, like, lots of steroids. Like, now I think TRT, when used properly, can be really good for people, where they actually manage it appropriately, so it actually goes along with their health versus, like, you know, fighting against your body and making it like horribly bad for yourself. Because I think a lot of people, including women, have low testosterone just to begin with. I know that I've done stuff, because I have a nutritional and lifestyle coach, and she helps me with like cortisol, and Liam Neeson was in his mid-50s when he, oh wow, and he looked great too. It's awesome to see, but then again, they are celebrities, so you never know. But like, I want to see more people that are healthy, because like we were only supposed to live like until we were 30, 20s, 30s, like back in the day, right? Like, so we're living as humans a lot longer than what we used to begin with. So, people in general aren't taking care of themselves. And then, we went through that whole TV dinners and that where they're like, don't eat salt, because everything had so much salt in it that people were having issues from that. But now, like, people aren't eating enough salt because they've cut back on so much salt that it's like, hey, we need salt to survive. It was just that there was just so much salt in all the preservatives that people were eating. But now we're kind of going back. So I think overall we're becoming a healthier society, but we're also living a lot longer. So, it's one of those things that age will catch up to you no matter what. But the better you take care of yourself overall. Dude, this one looks really good. I'm really happy about this. Yes. I'm getting better. I'm improving. I'm becoming a pro for show. Eventually, I'm going to have a TV show, right? And I'm going to be teaching people things because I actually know what I'm doing. I mean, I shouldn't make faces at that, but who knows? I mean, that can happen in the future. But I feel like we're always learning. Where did you get the car? This one I got from carcovers.com. This one's okay. The one for the outdoors that I got for my brother, that was falling apart. So I haven't put it on the car yet, but I need to drink water. I'm like coughing on myself. Seal skin covers. I'm going to try that one for my brother's outside. Like, this one's nice for inside, but the one outside just started disintegrating. I don't know how long they're supposed to last for. But, I mean, it didn't really protect my brother's car from really much. It actually got mold and stuff in it, which the car covering is supposed to protect it from mold, but, like, enough moisture got into it. So I'm going to see if one of the local companies can help me, because I want to do some collaborative content, because I'm a member of my local chamber, and I do my best to collaborate with local automotive businesses on content and stuff. I really want to see, there's a detailer that's not that far from here. It would be cool to see if they would do a mobile treatment to come, not like help take the mold out of my brother's car, but also we can do like an educational, like, this is how you prevent mold in your classic car, and if you get mold in your classic car, this is what you do. But I think that would be educational for people. Because, yeah, my Camaro's in the garage, but who knows if it ever got moisture, or how do I make sure that I don't even get to that point, Like, I'm sure that there are people that don't know. Like, I did a video with my local pest company because I got rats in my brother's Mustang when we were keeping it in the back. Because mine's a pull-through garage, so right now it's in the front, but it was in the back before it was running. Now it runs, so I can, well, kind of, I haven't driven it because of the mold. But, I digress, and I lost my track of thought. Yeah, so I did a video with my pest control, local pest, the one that actually does pest control for our house. But I had him help me give me some tips on how do you prevent rats from getting in your car, and then tell me about the product, because it was like a spray-on product that you spray on the inside of your car, because the rat actually died in the car. Like, he set traps, and then it got stuck under the seat, and it was dead underneath the seat. So, and then the car started smelling like urine and all that. So we we treated it with this bio stuff, like the whatever they sprayed it with, the bacteria, it's like healthy bacteria that eats up the bad bacteria or the urine or all the other bacteria, if that makes sense. So I got some education on that and shared it and made a YouTube video on that. I want to do something like that with the mold stuff because I think that could be helpful to at least somebody. You know, because there's plenty of people that have never had a classic car before and then they get a classic car. Like, what do? I've never gotten mold in my regular car and I've kept my regular car outside for a long time. So, like, why did the classic car get mold? Is it because I had a car cover on it? You know, like, I wasn't letting it sit for that long. So I'm really sensitive to mold. So, like, it makes me, like, I can't really breathe well and stuff. Like, opening the door, I had to put a mask on the second time I opened it because I just couldn't breathe in all the fumes from the mold. That I haven't driven the car in a while because I haven't cleaned the mold out. So I want to see if we can do that so I can actually start driving it again and then, you know, get it running and doing all the things. So... Yep. I only have a couple more, and I was hoping to put them back on tonight, but I might just wait until tomorrow morning to do that, so I'm not like, because I still need to get my steps in tonight. But at least this way, if I get this part done, I will be done with this part tonight. So thank you, Alan, for staying on with me and keeping me accountable to actually get this done. And hopefully I'm keeping you accountable to actually, you know, continue working on your power wagon. Sometimes it's nice just having some company, you know, like it's nice to do the work and not have someone do the work for you, but like not sitting there by yourself, you know, it's nice. Like when I'm cleaning the house, I can clean the house better when I'm on the phone with a friend, just so that I have some sort of company. It's not like I need someone to physically, although it would be nice to have my friend Kelly, she lives in the East Coast. She professionally cleans people's houses and organizes things. I'm like, Kelly, you need to just come out here and help me organize my stuff because like that's not, I am not organized. If things have a place to go, I will put them back. Just in terms of being organized, that's just not, my brain does not, it takes a lot longer for my brain to process information, to be like, oh yeah, this would be best here. You know how like those professionals that clean people's houses and organize the things. Yeah, that is not my forte. This is why everybody's got a job. Best to finish what you're doing when the process is fresh. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm aiming to do. I am aiming to get all this done. And then I think because I've done this, you know, both sides, maybe, you know, when I move on to the other ones, the rears to do this wire thing, it won't be as difficult for me to do. Oh, I wanted that to be a little bit tighter, but that's okay. Better than nothing. I only have 2 more to do. Oh, that's not the thing. So Alan, do you go to Good Guys or Hot August Nights or anything? I can't remember. I didn't go to Hot August Nights this last year, did I? No, I did. I did go this last year. I didn't go the year before. And I've gone to 2 Good Guys this year, or only 1. I can't remember. Every year you do? Nice. Yeah, we'll have to meet up at one of the events eventually. It'd be cool. And, you know, once my car is actually running, I'll be going to a lot more local shows. Because we have a lot of stuff going on here in Sacramento. And I do want to do, like, a cruise. Because I know that they have a bunch of, like, different types of cruises that people do throughout the year. So I definitely want to do some of those. Because I'm building my car to be building my car to be a driver. So I can actually enjoy it. My dad originally wanted to build it to be a trailer queen drag car. Like, my dad did a really nice job getting her all ready to go to be built. He wanted to do a mini tub and some other things, but after he passed, I'm like, you know what? I don't have all the money to be fixing it all the time. 2, I'm kind of a chicken. because I've seen so many accidents and stuff and seeing cars catch on fire that I don't want to, you know, like I do not mind watching burnout wars, watching drifting, watching all the things, but do I want to be in there, you know, with all that? No, I don't. It's okay. I don't need to. I've been in a car once in the fair lane when they were doing burnouts, and I don't need to do it ever again. I am cool. I do not need that. No, I'm good. So, yeah, so I'm building, her name is Blue, like your idea of the, like your car, the idea of the car better should be driven. I think that will make it more enjoyable for me. And then I can really, like every time I'm working on the car or doing stuff with it, I think about my dad. And so like if I wasn't driving it, there would just be less time that I'd be doing that. And, you know, I'd prefer to just, you know, think about my dad more often than not. So that's why I is doing it the way I is doing it. I'm going to go in this farther hole here. Are you building all yours to be drivers too then? Because you said your Barracuda is drivable. The Power Wagon sounds super cool. I want to see pictures, man. You don't post anything on your YouTube, do you? Shit. Okay. I call my dad 10 times a day for help. Don't know what I would do without him. Yes. That's awesome. Does your dad live in Denver still, or does he also live nearby? No, to which part? Because I know it's delayed. I just asked that question, which the no was to the because I asked multiple questions at once. That was my bad. Denver. Okay. Oh, that's a bummer. Do you get to see him often? No, to YouTube. That's okay. Not everybody's got to do it, nor do they want to, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't know if you can put pictures in the comments on YouTube. You can definitely send me an email if you want to show me pictures, or we can just meet up at an event. I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm like, I want to see your cars. I want to see that Power Wagon. Yeah, the Power Tour. I've heard about the Power Tour over here. I think they canceled it this last year. I think on this West Coast. I had to do the north, south, east, west in my head. Come on. I'm so close. So close to being done. So close. But yeah, I definitely enjoy doing all this stuff. It just takes me a little bit. It just takes me a minute, you know? A little bit of a learning curve. Ouch. Almost. So what are you doing on the carburetor right now? Are you tuning it or installing it or what? Are you cleaning it? I did a carburetor rebuild. It was in Edelbrock though. I haven't actually seen the inner workings of a Holley carburetor. I don't know how they differ. It'd be kind of interesting to see them right next. You can email a picture of my dad's just finished restoring. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I would love to see pictures. Thank you. Yeah, I like that. One of my other subscribers sent me some stuff. He actually started working on a project with his son. I'm like, good. That's the type of legacy I want to leave, you know, like being on social media and YouTube and all that. That's the kind of impact I want to make. I want to help people, you know, actually go out there and do the things they want to do and stop letting the voices and excuses in their own heads hold them back. Because I have definitely been there. I was there right after my dad died, and I medically retired due to an injury too. So that's why I have to keep standing up, because my back is like messed up anyway. But like I want to help people actually realize that they can do something, you know, like actually take action and go out there and live, rather than, I feel like a lot of us stop living because we don't believe that we're able to accomplish things. So it was really cool to get a message from him. He sent me a couple updates about his build and that he's doing it with his son now. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. If I would have known, that would have been the biggest thing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, he was a cool dude. His nickname was Greasy Gary because he was like working on things all the time when he was younger. And then when he became a firefighter, and then he didn't have any cars for a while, and then when he was established enough at the fire department, and then he had his kids, and because my dad had 5 kids total, because my mom and him had my sister and I, and then my dad and my mom got divorced before I was even like have any memories of them being together. I would think it was like 5 or something like that. But they split up, and then my dad was the fire department like after they split up, and then my stepmom and him got together, and then he had my 3 brothers, so we didn't have cars for a long time. Oh, cool. San Jose. My cousin is Hayward firefighter. Yeah, I worked for the San Francisco Fire Department on the ambulances only. I was not a firefighter, but I was part of the fire department. It was kind of an interesting thing, but I loved it. And my dad and I would actually run calls together sometimes, which was fun. We'd harass each other in front of patients. So, like, I would not want to be a firefighter. Like, I did a bunch of standbys and stuff like that. It's just, like, the smoke, for one, but, like, what they have to deal with on a daily basis is not my thing. Ladders? Nope. But the medical stuff, I absolutely loved the medical stuff. So that worked for me. This part, this angle is just kind of funky. I'm having a hard time with this one. It feels like it's like almost stuck. I think it's just the angle that I'm trying to get it in there. Just being a pain in the ass. Almost there. You know, like I'm almost to the last one, and then this wants to get stuck on me. Like, why do you have to be a little bitch? I don't understand. Like, so you're gonna just throw a tantrum on me, are we? Is that what's gonna happen? I hope I scratch that a little bit. I wonder if I pull it with this, whether it will. Gotta try to feed it through so it actually goes where I want it to go. It's like, Betsy, you were being so good a second ago, and then now we're having problems. Why are we having problems? I guess, is that why you don't have kids? Because us ladies are complicated. It's like 1 minute, we're all like, oh, happy, this is wonderful, and then a second later, we're all psycho. I don't know, I could not date a girl. Like, girls are pretty, but I could not. We crazy, man, we crazy. Although, like, sometimes I feel like I want to bury my husband underneath the house because I can't stand him sometimes either. But like girls, especially nowadays, pooh, no thank you. So good luck, Alan. Good luck. Hey, you know what? Like, there's always people out there. Like, it's just about finding the right one if you're not with somebody already. But you know, I've met a lot of really cool ladies within the automotive space that are just super badass. And they're not men haters, which is awesome, you know, because I've seen a lot of, like, especially in California, as you know, being in Vallejo, there's so many men haters out there. It's like, dude, like, I'm pretty sure, like, it's just a human thing and that there are assholes, men and women. It's not just the men. It's not just the ladies. Like, there's assholes everywhere. Like it says, everybody's got one, right? I don't know, I'm just really glad I don't have to worry about dating or any of that anymore. My husband and I have been together since 2012, and then we got married in 2014, so we've been together for some time. We met on OkCupid. Like, it was right when online dating first started, and I only made an account because I wanted to make friends. I had no friends locally. I was actually a loner, like, pretty much all my life, and then I did have quote unquote friends. Most of them, they're not friends anymore because they bullied and they were just assholes. I did not have good quality friends. I also didn't have a good self-esteem. I really didn't like myself. So, I mean, when you don't like yourself, you're not going to surround yourself with people who actually treat you right, because you don't even treat yourself right in your own head. But yeah, so I met my husband at that point where I was trying to just make friends. And I was in San Ramon at the time. And he was like, you know, I want to take you out. And I tried to put him in the friend zone, like, immediately. I'm like, no, that's cool. Like, let's go out to coffee. He's like, no, I want to take you out. So he was definitely very adamant. He was more into it than I was initially. I was very skeptical. I'm like, yeah, right. But no, he was, from the get-go, he was all in. And it's just so nice. Like, I don't have to worry about, like, any kind of cheating or anything like that. Because he doesn't, if a girl can try to hit on him, and he has no idea. Like, it's really funny. I'm like, babe, no, like, she was hitting on you. Like, there's been girls at the gym that are like, it's so obvious. And even our personal trainer is amazing. I love her. She's like my husband's, like, the sister that he never had. And it's hilarious because I lived in Walnut Creek when you lived in San Ramon. That's funny. My mom's cousin lived in Walnut Creek, and then my first job for AMR, I worked in Contra Costa, so I was in Walnut Creek a shit ton. So that's really funny. Small world. It would be funny if we, like, totally passed each other. You know, like ships in the night. I mean, you've been to car shows, I've been to car shows, so it'd be funny if we've talked before and not even known it. You know, like, totally small world. That also is a sign to not be an asshole, right? Like, we're coming, you know, a full circle of why not to be a jerk. Because, for example, my husband, he works at Wells Fargo, and he had a client that was a surgeon. And then when I got bit by a dog, I got bit by a German Shepherd, not either of mine. I was volunteering for a German Shepherd rescue, and I was helping another volunteer at her house. She was gone at work, and she needed some help taking care of her foster dog and her dog. So I went over there, and things ended up where the dogs started fighting. I didn't jump in. I was just in the middle when it happened, and then I almost lost my pinky. And then when I went in for surgery, the surgeon ended up being one of my husband's clients. So I told him, like, you know what? It's good that you do your job well and you don't try to manipulate people and try to get things out of people. Because just imagine if you treated the surgeon like dog shit, and then, like, you know, like, good doctors aren't going to mistreat their patient that way. But, like, it wouldn't have made it easier if my husband was a total jackass and then, you know, like, he ends up being my surgeon. So, you know, like, you never know. That's why I harass my husband when he gets, like, road rage. I'm like, babe, like, not just that you never know, but, like, you don't know what someone's going to have in their vehicle nowadays. Like, if they want to get angry and then retaliate because you get a little responsive. I mean, I've seen too many things. I don't want to be on the receiving end of somebody that does not respond well to being honked at or whatever, even though they're not driving well or whatever. But, you know, I digress. See, Alan, I'm a professional at talking to myself. I'm just glad that you're here, so I'm not actually talking to myself, but I'm just rambling. Like, I am, but I'm not at the same time. You know what I be saying? Okay, so I'm going to turn this around. This is the last one. Last one. Where can I find your email? I'm horrible at the media department. That's okay. It should be, if you comment on one of my posts, I'll send you the my link tree. I'll post the link tree, because the link tree has a little email symbol, and then it also has the summit link, but I don't know if it has the deal on there. You have to remind me of that again, because I'm gonna forget. I need to give my PayPal information to my friend. I forgot. I was supposed to give that to her yesterday, and I forgot. Yes, I need reminders on things. I'm self-diagnosed with ADHD because I just get distracted. I'm like, oh, you know, like, I don't need medication. I don't need to be categorized in that regard. But, like, really, though, like, I get distracted and then forget things. And then I can get hyper-focused, though. So I don't think I have, like, what they are like, oh, I have ADHD. It's like, no, I think I'm just human. I do get distracted, and then I forget things. But also, I can hyper-focus on things when I'm in a flow state, you know. Artistic flow state is fantastic, which I feel like I've been in for, we've been on, well, I don't know what time you jumped on. You jumped on fairly early, but I've been on live for an hour and a half. And I've gotten shit done. And I'm assuming you've gotten stuff done while we've been on live. You've been getting a good amount of work done on your truck. Yep. And then eventually we'll be able to go on a cruise together. I think that'd be so cool. Like when my car's done, I could be like, hey, you know, like on my social medias and on the YouTube, if there's other people that want to, you know, join in on a cruise, that like I can host a cruise. Like that would be cool. That would be neat. I could do it. I want to do something in my dad's memory and then like raise money. The nonprofit I'm trying to highlight is San Francisco Firefighters Toy Program. And they actually, right? That would be so much fun. I think that'd be great. And get all the people that have been following me this entire time, like you're like, and being supportive, you know, and then highlight San Francisco Firefighters Toy Program. They, you know, it was the fire department that my dad and I both worked at. My dad was pretty involved with them. He really loved doing good things for kids. He would do things for people without them knowing. Like he didn't really like acknowledgement. He liked to do things like in the hush hush. For me, it's not that I want to get praised for doing good. I like to share when I'm doing good to inspire other people that like we all have the power to make a difference. So that's my difference with what I do. And this is perfect that like, because my phone is at 10% battery and I'm working on the last one, and that I survived after breaking my safety wire pliers. And honestly, I think it works much better using it without the thing. So even if it does break, I feel like I should give them some feedback though and let them know that it really, like it broke immediately. It didn't look like it had any good, like it wasn't that expensive either. So like I can't really complain in the expenses department. And you know, Summit's really great with delivery. Like I compare it to Amazon. They deliver super quick. So, and it still works. I was able to turn it by hand and it was no problem. I see a few more people are popping in. Hey, I am just finishing the safety wire installation on my Wilwood brakes and just been hanging out and chatting with my friend Alan here. And I'm almost done, which is great. And then I'll be able to put these on my 1969 Camaro. I got the brakes all aligned and everything. So once this is the second one out of the two. I can't believe I got both of these done. Heck yeah. Thank you, Alan, for encouraging me to continue going so I can get this shit done. So after this, I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm probably going to do it tomorrow because my back's starting to, like, my back is really hating me right now from sitting for so long. That I'm going to finish torquing down and using thread locker on the brakes tomorrow. So we will be good to go, and then I'll be doing some happy dance because that will be fantastic. So I am almost, this is like, it's just this angle. I'm trying to get this angle, and if I can get this angle right, then I can get this last one in, and then I can actually be done for the night. I still need to do 10 minutes of taxes and then get my, because that's one of my non-negotiables is getting 10 minutes of taxes done every day. And so that I don't have to, because taxes stress me out, man. Taxes stress me out. So I don't, and especially I file as sole proprietor because of the being a, you know, YouTuber and social media. I'm an influencer and content creator. And I do lifestyle too, so not just automotive. Like today I did some collaborative stuff with my massage therapist. And she does energy work as well. Dude, I had so many knots. She's like, you've been working on the car, haven't you? I'm like, yep. She's like, you're wrecked. Like, thanks. She's like, what are you doing the rest of the day? I'm like, I'm going to be working on the car. She's like, you need to take an Epsom salt bath because your body needs to recover a little bit because I have a massive knot. Don't remind me. Actively ignoring. Oh, I missed that last part. Ignoring. Yes, you need to do your taxes. I hate it. Like, set 5 minutes a day. Like, set a timer. Do 5 minutes a day. Because by the time you get into it, like, that's what I'm doing. 10 minutes, I set a timer. Because, like, dude, like, I have to, like, I don't have to. I get to. It's an opportunity. I shouldn't be complaining. It's not like I have to make money, you know. I mean, you kind of do, but like in this way. Anyway, I digress. I am lucky enough that I can, like, I do technically have a business as a sole proprietor, so it's just part of it. I don't like it, but, you know, it's part of it. And then once I get used to it, it'll be easier that once I'm really starting to make money, because that's the goal. I really want to do well. I want to do well. I am monetizing right now. I'm not making a ton. I've made probably like $600 in less than a year. I mean, that's still a lot, right? That's way better than nothing, just on YouTube. Facebook, I started making a little bit as well, but my goal is to make a lot like these people who make a shit ton of money, but I want to do good with it, you know? Like, I want to be able to do stuff on my house and do stuff on my personal car, but, like, I want to do a lot more for other people as well, like the San Francisco Firefighters Toy Program, and there's so many entities that I am involved with that I know they do a lot of good, like SEMA Action. Alan, if you haven't seen SEMA Action, they have a website. So they're standing up for our rights as automotive enthusiasts and just, you know, people who use cars in general, like pushing up against the California Resources Board with them trying to push us to all electric by 2035, because I think it's, yeah. So I've been on some of those calls with the California Resources Board. They're doing, and you might want to participate in the Advocacy Day, June 3rd. It's going to be at the Sacramento Capitol, and they're going to, I don't know who's exactly is going to be there, but they're going to have legislators there, and then they're going to do a little car show, and the Leno's Law is going to come back around. This last year, it went silent in arbitration, I believe they called it, because DMV said it was going to cost too much money to implement it. But their SEMA Action, they have an office in Washington, and you know, we have people specifically working on the West Coast and the East Coast to help protect our rights. So if you want to learn more about that, I think I have I have the SEMA Action is on my link tree too. So if I give you my link tree, Alan, you can check out their stuff. It's a really good, like, you don't have to be on social media, although all of their updates are on social media, but they do have like a newsletter and a website so you can stay updated. Right now they're working on the right to modify, and then they're going to bring Leno's Law back around. But like, it's really good to get involved, because especially like even your dad being in Denver, like they still do stuff in different states as well as on the federal level. They're pretty much the reason why the federal mandate for the electric cars was abolished is because SEMA Action took action. Along with like a bunch of like regular Joe Schmoes that showed up on Capitol Hill. Is that what they call it in Washington? But they're doing an advocacy day in Washington as well. I don't know if I'm going to be going to that. I think it's in March. I just want to make more progress on my car first before I commit to that, because I don't want to take off for another week and then not be making progress on my car, you know. I'm really having a hard time with this last one. I feel like it's close, but like, it just, the angle is not right. It's not going in. I don't know. Maybe that should be okay. It should be okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. I want it perfect, but it doesn't need to. No one's ever going to see this part anyway. But, yeah. So, well, I appreciate you being here. This is my last one. And then I'm going to let you go. I haven't even eaten dinner yet. I need to get my steps done. And yeah, so I wonder if I can tighten that other side and then turn it. Oh, that would help if I actually attached it to both. Jeez. Didn't actually have both attached. That would explain why it wasn't tightening properly. But yeah, so thank you for being here. I appreciate you joining me. If you want to, and I just broke that off, but luckily that was okay. If you want to join my channel as a member, it costs like a Starbucks coffee a month to join. I have exclusive videos. I go live more often there. I mean, this week I've gone more live for the public, but usually I go live for members only, and that also helps support me as well. If not, just subscribe to the channel and set on your alerts. That way you're notified when my next video drops. The goal is to get some more stuff cranked out this week because I'm going to Southern California to pick up a lift on Saturday. It's going to be like a quick, like 24-hour type trip, so I can actually get this thing up and down quicker. I'm going to pull the differential cover off. It's got it's silicone shut, so I need to work on that so I can get the rear brakes on. And then before that, obviously, I'm going to get the front brakes. And then as soon as the car's back on the ground and stuff, I'm going to start installing all that vintage air. Well, thank you. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.